Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and wait for a couple people to jump on. We have a really special interview today. I'm gonna be interviewing my friend Jen. She was one of the people that was arrested at the rally down in Sacramento, and I really want to shed light on this situation just because of the fact that there's so many rumors going around about it right now, and a lot of people are thinking that we maybe attacked the cops, that we maybe approached them. But I want you guys to be able to talk to somebody who was arrested at this rally so they can tell you guys the truth of what exactly happened, because it's not what people think and it's not what people are saying at all. And I'm so sick of having to correct everybody. But this story is just a little bit more impactful because of the fact that it has to do with also her daughter, who's 15 years old, who was also involved. Now, no police officer should be putting their hands on somebody's child, let alone on their mother, the way that they did. But also, all the videos that are circulating online aren't really showing what exactly happened when the cops were standing behind my friend Jen. So we're going to also go into that as well, and how they were opening her backpack and how they were pushing her. Crazy stuff was happening. So we're going to go ahead and bring her on and talk to her. But first, I wanted to see how she was feeling about the whole situation and how it was to get arrested there. So, hey, Jen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, good. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about it all right now? What are you feeling now about the whole situation, about being arrested, about all of it?
I don't know how I feel about it. I am angry. I'm disappointed. I feel betrayed. I'm sad, but not because I was arrested, just because of the betrayal of the people who took an oath to uphold the Constitution. And it's just, I don't know. There's so many people who are blinded by their just love for the thin blue line without even any regard to thinking that they could potentially turn on them at any point. And so I think Americans are really in a bad situation when they think that way, that the police are on their side no matter what, and they don't even open their mind up to the fact that maybe they aren't. Maybe they're on the side of the
They're human. They're human, and all humans can make mistakes. All humans can be bad. All humans can be good. And I think that I noticed that too. I noticed that their intense love and their loyalty to the police department, it seems to be good, except for when police do bad. And I think that it's possible police can do bad. And I was there with you, and I know for a fact these ones did not do what was right. So also your daughter was involved. So how was it as a mother to find out not only were you arrested, but then to be back there and see your daughter walk in the door?
Well, I wasn't surprised.
She is your daughter.
She is, and she can be very dramatic. So I wasn't surprised that she was there. I was just really disappointed in the way that they brought her down there. They handled her like she was like some dangerous criminal, and she wasn't. I mean, she's 118 pounds, 5'2", didn't have any weapons on her, wasn't trying to attack the police in any way. She just annoyed the crap out of them. And so because they were annoyed by her is why they did what they did. And it was just really inappropriate.
I think part of the reason why they did it too, because after they took you, immediately I went and grabbed her, because I was like, the minor, leave her alone. Everybody was messing with her. And so I grabbed her right away. I took her away, and I was talking to her. I was trying to calm her down and stuff. I think most of her angst when it came to annoying them was anger, because I cannot imagine just watching my mother be taken by the police, well, I have watched my mother be taken by the police, but in different circumstances. So I can imagine seeing what she saw. She was there with me, and she was watching what they were doing to you behind your back, and just like I was, and we both were outraged about it. But to see your mother be taken by police like that, she must have been feeling so crazy, and it showed. She was feeling kind of crazy. But I will say this much: she is your daughter 100% through and through. You can't deny that child, even if you tried, because she has the same angst you do when it comes to standing up for justice. And I give her that. And I think she was arrested under the most amazing circumstances. And I think this is something that will go down in your guys' family history books. And you guys will always be able to laugh about this. But I want to go ahead and jump right into the video. So before we watch the video, this is going to be the video that was shown online that everybody's seeing from a perspective. I think it was a couple of people that were on the side of you, on the right of you. This is what everybody's seeing, and it's obviously skewed, so it's not showing what they're doing behind your back. But as we're watching it, you can go ahead and tell us how you feel about it, or what it was like, to just be there if you want to. But let me go ahead and pull that up right now. Let's see. Skippy. So at the beginning of this video, you can always see that the beginning is right when you're taken. So this video is the one that's circulating online the most. I mean, I wish it was mine that was trending, but it's not. But this video is the one that's trending. And as you can see, this is you right here. And you get taken right away here. Watch. And boom, you're gone. And then the flag drops, and your daughter is so much of your daughter that she even picks up the damn flag. She's so patriotic.
Yeah, well, you can see my foot out to try to grab that flag because, I mean, I wanted to ground. That's basically what starts with their hatred.
That's so intense. That officer right there is a dick. Okay, so this was just a mess. It was a mess. And I really feel like the truth needs to get out. And they were really like, I feel like they were intimidating us and they were trying to do that, make that happen. Do you feel the same way?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They instigated it 100%.
What went through your mind when they pulled you back? Like, what were you? That's so crazy.
Exactly what I said. What the fuck are you doing? What did I do? Like, and then I was like, here we go. I wasn't scared. I wasn't like, I didn't feel any of like the, oh my God, like, no, it was just like, all right, well, let's go. We'll do this. And that's
so
what
when you were standing there, why were you standing there? Were you standing there to, were you standing there because you wanted to like push on the cops? Were you standing there because like you were just felt like you had to stand there? Like, why were you standing there?
Well, I was standing there because you and Dallas took off and went up to the steps. And so I was following you guys and I had my flag.
It's our fault.
Yeah, no, it's not. But when I went up there, you know, the cops had still been up against the building. They hadn't stepped forward yet. And so there was hundreds of them lined up surrounding the building. And I just went up on the steps and I took my phone and I just showed all of the crowd because there was, you know, thousands of us there. And I wanted to make sure I got that on video. And then when I saw them take a step forward in unison out of the corner of my eye, because I was just facing forward, I just knew. I was like, oh, nope, this isn't going to happen. I'm not moving. I knew what their plan was at that time. And so I took it upon myself to inform the crowd what was going on, because whether or not they're patriots or not, people are still sheep. And so I didn't want them to move back because I wasn't going to move back. So you can see in the video, or at least one of the videos, where I'm standing up there saying, don't move back, don't move back. And so when they realized that these people were listening to me, they started pushing on me. And right away, Officer Lendway came up and put his knee in my back, because that way, in my opinion, it was all these cameras couldn't see that. They could just see his hands out here. They didn't know what he was doing with his knee, and he was pushing on me with his knee. And so you can hear me in one of my videos saying, get your goddamn knee out of my back, because that's what he was doing. And so when I didn't take a step forward onto that lower step, they got more aggressive. They pushed me, and then the crowd pushed me back up. Don't move, don't move. I'm like, I'm not. Like, they're moving me. I'm not planning on moving. And then I just, you know, it's my capital. I'm not moving. You can't make me move. And they couldn't make me move, so they drug me away.
Well, I have another angle of this same video, and everything you just said was 100% correct. I did see that they were behind you doing something to you. Also, I saw they opened your backpack. I watched them do it. I saw them, they kept pushing you. And there was times when they pushed you knowing that you'd be pushed back to them, because I felt like they wanted you to push against them, from the crowd, so that they can say you touch them, or that you know what I mean? So that they can take you away. And I saw that, because after it happened to you, I saw it happen to a couple of other people. And I saw that what they were doing was like tactical, and they were doing it on purpose. I saw videos of cops will go behind the line of cops, and they'll push the line of cops against the crowd. And then when the crowd pushes back, then, oh, you touched the cop, so now the cop gets to take you. And I saw them doing it over and over and over again. They didn't care if you were handicapped. They didn't care if you were a woman. They didn't care. They were just taking people left and right. But I think you, being the first person that was taken, I think that they were trying to make an example out of you, and it didn't really work out too well. But in the process, they kind of screwed themselves. I'm going to show you a little angle that I have right now. I'm not going to put it on and share the screen. I'm going to show you guys by holding it up, because I don't want it to skip or anything. I want you guys to see this very closely and clearly. And this is going to be the situation that really happened, like behind her back, what was happening. And this is how dirty these cops are. Like this, it blew my fucking mind to see this. I was just like, and I was watching it like live. Obviously, I was there, and I was appalled. Like I couldn't believe my eyes. I really couldn't. Like, it was just so insane. Let me find it. It's gonna be really loud, guys. So this is right when they first started intimidating us. Let me turn this down. So I know it's hard to see, but it's my phone. So I'm not even to use it yet, Jen. When they first started sending the tough cops to phase 1, I guess they called it. See, the cop said, I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing, but you have to move. And I said, that's a lie. I think this is right when you started to step up there, because I looked over and that's when I saw you. And right now it's going to go to you guys in just 1 second. This is when I was trying to figure out, like, what are they even doing? Like, I just didn't understand. Let me fast forward a little bit, too. Just want the crowd. By the way, the crowd is beautiful. Look at this crowd. And that's when we went over to you, and you were staying right over there. And that's when I started to go over to that direction, because I saw Dallas, and I heard people yelling at her. And I was like, she's a fucking minor. Sorry, guys. It was Facebook Live. That's that bitch from the LA Times who lies about all of us. She just did it about Mario. So here I go over to you guys. Here it goes. Again, sorry, it was Facebook Live. And there you are. Now watch. Now the cops behind you right now. These are not the mean cops, but this cop right now, as we speak, is unzipping your backpack. Because you even said, see right there, your backpack's zipped up, and you even said when you stood there, your backpack was zipped. See, it's zipped. Now watch. It's going to become unzipped. Did you ever get your water bottle back?
No.
They cannot force you to move.
See, I didn't look at their hands. Watch their hands. Okay. I want you guys the whole time. The whole time I want you guys to kind of look at their hands. Look at the hands behind her. Because you guys will see, they are literally opening her fucking backpack and fucking messing with her. Watch. Watch their hands. Look at that hand. See? Now her backpack's open. And now look at all those hands back there on her backpack. Look at that. Look at that. And now they're pushing her. And now here's the Mr. Tough Cop. He just showed up. Now on purpose, I kept putting the camera towards their name badges and towards your back. See, they keep pushing. Look at that. Push. Push. Now the hand that's on his waist is not his hand. That's the hand behind him. And you get now at this point he has his knee on your back. Look at him just staring. He didn't even care. And their hands are still on you. As you can see his hand. Like right there. See, so that's my camera that Dallas is holding. And she's going in on, because I told Dallas to film his hands. Now this is when they're pushing you, wanting you to push back. And then they grab you. Sorry, my voice. I'm all yelling. But look, and then my Facebook Live cut out. All of a sudden, my Facebook Live cut out, and which is weird because when I was live, obviously it didn't cut out. But when I went to go rewatch the footage, that's what happened. It literally cut out to that situation, to that point, and I was like appalled. Like I was like, Facebook literally censored me that quick.
Yep.
And because next, what happened was when I was yelling about the fact that your daughter's a minor and that they shouldn't put their hands on minors. That's what happened next, and so that part got cut out, which is really strange to me. I mean, I could see why, maybe because she's a minor, but regardless. But did you see that? They were literally going through your backpack. They were pushing you. They had their knee in your back. That is all illegal. like illegal. So the next people that go on here and want to say that we were yelling and disrespecting police officers, I respect law enforcement. I don't respect law breakers. My stance never changed. They still happen to just be law breakers. I don't feel like I disrespected any cops. Do you?
No.
I feel like they disrespected you. That was insane. They literally were grabbing you. Now, did you know that they went through your backpack? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that because check this out. So when I got down to the basement, after Dallas showed up, she wanted water. And I said, oh, I have water. Let me grab it for you. Because they had uncuffed me, I don't know, like an hour and a half into being down there. And I went to go grab my water to give it to her, and there was no water. And so I had to unzip my backpack to see if there was no water. And I didn't have access to my backpack until that point. So no, I had no idea they went through my backpack. They zipped it back up when they were done, I guess.
Well, yeah, as you can see in the video, your backpack was it was closed up first, and then you see it wide open, and you see the black water bottle, and then all of a sudden from that point on, then you just see wait, you just said when you got it back it was zipped?
Yeah.
They went above and beyond, bitch. They didn't just open it back, they also zipped it back up?
Yeah.
Whoa, that is insane. Now, I also heard rumors from Dallas. Dallas was telling me that she felt like she was, if this is too much, you could just say, we don't have to talk about this. But she said she was touched inappropriately. Do you not want to talk about that right now?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, she said she was touched inappropriately by a police officer, and she told him not to touch her there near her crotch area. And that, again, I really wish I was there for that too, because like this is enough evidence already that we have. But if we would have had that evidence too, that's insane for her to feel like she was touched by a police officer like that, by a grown-ass man.
Well, I actually was able to acquire some audio footage of that. And so what happened with the lady that got arrested after Dallas, she was able to keep her phone still running live. Like mine cut out as soon as I went into the Capitol building, but hers, for whatever reason, kept, connection, and it cuts in and out quite a bit. But at the end of the clip she was able to get, you can hear Dallas say, "You're touching me. Quit touching me. I'm going to sue you for child molestation." And then it cut out.
Well, the audio, I'm very, very, very happy you had the audio, because there's so much misinformation out there about this rally. Now, what had happened was we were peacefully assembling, and cops came out to intimidate us. And due to Title 18, Section 242 states that they cannot break up a peaceful protest. We have the right to do it constitutionally. And on top of that, not only do we have that right, but they are not allowed to intimidate. They're not allowed to arrest. They're not allowed to stop us from doing so. And if they do, they can literally be given jail time. Now, I think that what we need to do, at least what you need to do, is take this evidence and do something with it. Who would you tell that to? Because, I mean, this is authorities. Who do you tell that to?
Lawyer.
You should get a really good lawyer, because this is video proof right here that they literally were going through your things, and that they were not only breaking your constitutional right, but also they were literally going into so many laws they broke, with privacy, with personal space, with all that, And I think that you really should pursue something here, because we have the video evidence, it's proof, and they can't deny that.
Right.
So are you planning on pursuing anything?
Yeah, I've been in contact with a lawyer, and so we'll see where it goes from here. But yeah, it's really disappointing. I
felt scared. I felt like it was lawless. It was so insane. And people think that we were yelling at cops, but that's not the case at all. The cops were also on the loud. I thought the funniest part was that they were on the loudspeaker after you left. They got on the loudspeaker and they said, "You guys are all breaking the stay in order and coronavirus. You're putting everybody at risk." And I was like, "Where the fuck are your masks then? Not one of them were wearing masks, and they were all standing so close together, and they were like, "Oh, we're breaking the law because we're standing close together without masks." In fact, I had a mask on. A lot of other people had masks on, but none of the cops did. So who's breaking the law here? It was insane. It was so dumb.
And so, they thought that they needed to carry it through instead of upholding their oath, which is disappointing. And if they all had banded together and said, "No, we're not doing this," it wouldn't have happened. None of them would have lost a paycheck. There was hundreds of them there, and to have to fire hundreds of CHP officers and retrain them, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
But they did it. So
That was actually my last question. I was going to ask you, what do you think that they could have done in order to stop this? Because a lot of people are also saying, well, they have jobs too. They have to listen to their bosses, blah, blah. And I keep telling everybody, like, I think that if 5 of them alone would have stood up and said something, they would have been able to start something. And if we could just have 5 of those officers standing just like that, but in Gavin Newsom's office, we all probably would have been opened up by now, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know. It was ridiculous. So, the cops that pulled me away were not the cops that took me to the basement. So they exchanged me at the door or just inside the Capitol. I'm not exactly sure where the exchange took place, but they had a system set up where these cops pull the person, these cops take the person, these cops watch the people.
So they knew they would be taking people.
Yes, they knew that. Yes. They were told to take people. So the cop that was guarding me, he was a really nice guy. And he just kept saying, I shouldn't have come to work today. I shouldn't have come to work today. You know, my wife and my kids are out there with their American flags too. And I was like, then you shouldn't be here. You could have stayed home.
Amen. I would have lost my job. If I was like a CHP officer that day, I would have lost my job. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to go, fucking oath, fuck the Constitution. My morals. I just feel like moralistically, we were all peaceful. There's people with strollers and stuff, and they were trying to intimidate them. Why would you do that to us? Like, we are the ones who back you. We are the group that tells people you don't kill black people with your guns. We're those people. Like, why would we ever be the target of them? Why would they listen? You know? Why do you think they listen?
Because they felt like their job was in jeopardy and they need to put food on the table too. But like I said, if they had all done it, they would still have a job.
I think if just a couple of them would have done it as well, they would have had a job. You know?
Well, and some of them, like I was saying, the guy that was guarding, he had some genuine remorse, but the guy Landway, he didn't have any. You could tell, like, he was on a power trip, and he's.
For the record, I got that motherfucker because when I was yelling at him about Dallas, I was like really animated. I yelled, and I saw spit onto his face, and he looked at me, and he like was shocked, and then like he looked at his people, and they went like this, and he like everybody acted like it was like a contamination, like I threw like battery acid on him or something, but it was just my spit from my mouth, but I literally saw it all over his face, and I saw it. It was sitting on his face, and I was like, I grabbed Dallas, like, let's go. I said, I spit on his face. I just spit on the cop's face, and like. Everybody acted like it was like such a contaminant because of the coronavirus thing. I was like, holy shit, dude. But fuck that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm glad I spit in your face, leg, or whatever your name is. But, I've been researching, and this guy also was internet famous before because he got hit by a DUI stop. He was at a DUI stop. And so I think he lives for this because I noticed something after they took you. He kept coming right to the front lines. He was like, I want to be right in front. Like, he wanted to be on camera. This cop did. And this cop wanted the attention. That was in itself sick and a little bit scary, you know?
Yeah, no, I know. One guy had found my video online in the militia group, and he took it upon himself to take it off of however I had it and then put it onto a YouTube channel. And then he went ahead and did research on Landway and found out that, yeah, he had his 2 legs broken because of this. And he was a hero and all this stuff. And he was like, fuck that. He's not a hero. Blast his ass. Like, he had no business doing this. And, you know, it's like, well, I'm glad there's some people out there who realize that, you know, we weren't in the wrong. I don't care what any of these people say. I know what I did was right. I know that standing my ground was right. And had every other patriot there that day stood their ground, it would not have gotten to the point that it had gotten to. And, you know, everybody wants to go to these rallies and stand up for freedom until it's time to stand up for freedom. And that's just not who I am. So
I found myself arguing with people when I was on the front lines the whole time as well. And I was also trying to talk about reason with them. I was like, why are you guys doing this? There's no way you can moralistically be proud of yourself. And what happened was I literally I literally started arguing with people that were there as patriots. Some of the patriots were there holding their flags, holding their signs, saying, we don't need to comply. But then they would tell me, stop yelling at the cop. They would tell me. They would say, stop. They're cops, so still respect them. Whatever, if cops say something, you need to listen. I was like, I was arguing with these people, and Lindsay walked up to me too. So I was arguing with this bitch. I was like, you got to be stupid. I said, why are you here? Why are you here? I said, why are you holding that sign? I said, so you're telling me you come to protest the government, Now you're yelling at me to listen to them? Fuck you. I said, you need to move, lady, because why are you standing in the front? What are you doing here? Showing them your sign? Are you trying to look pretty? Trying internet famous? I said, because you are literally stupid. You're contradicting yourself right now. And I will say this much, though. There was a lot of people that tried not to move. There was. And they did know that they could arrest everybody. But they did it in phases. I was listening to them talk, and they did 3 different phases. So phase 1 was when you got taken in. Phase 2 was they would come out with one more thing, which was the baton. Then phase 3, they came out in full riot gear. And at that point, they weren't arresting people after they came out riot gear, but at the same time, they were looking from like different lines. To be honest with you, I thought like a cheer competition or something. You know how like they all like lined up. It was weird. They all like lined up. It looked like they were going to do a routine. I was just like, whatever. But anyway, so it was really weird. They lined up in like 2 different lines, like by different color-coded hats, and then they kind of like rushed us. So they were pushing us back, and at that point they weren't arresting anymore. So I will say there's a lot of patriots that did stand their ground, but unfortunately it didn't convey that way because they didn't give us a choice. Like there was at one point there was no choice. There was even one family that's so brave. Actually, there was a Hispanic family. They were sitting there and by themselves. They weren't even talking to nobody. They had 2 little girls and a stroller with a baby. And they literally acted like the cops running there. They was like doo-doo-doo, and the cops literally went around them. And then they had 2 cops with like riot gear that was pushing the dad and to get the stroller and stuff. So they didn't care, and there was no like standing there. And it was to the point where again there was no arrest even being made. It was just you're going to move, you're going to move, and it was really hard to just stand your ground. But I do agree with you. There was a lot of patriots that would back up, and they were like, "Listen to the cops." And I was like, "You guys, do you know why we're here? Does anybody know why we're here?" Like, it's so frustrating.
Blind support for, like I said, that thin blue line, and it's just like Jeremy was saying, like he was going around, he was like, these are the guys who are going to take your guns, guys. Are you going to take the guns? Are you going to take the guns? Oh, nope, you're not going to make the first cut. Like, and it's true. He was, he has a pretty large following, and I hope his people saw that he was right. These are the same guys who are going to be told to come take the guns, and they're going to listen because, again, they want that paycheck instead of actually upholding the Constitution. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land,
Amen.
period. And since our right to, have guns is the Second Amendment in the United States Constitution, they don't have the right to listen to some local authorities' policy and executive order to come take our guns. They should stand up and actually abide by the oath that they took at that point in time and say, no, I'm not going to do that. It's unconstitutional.
Yeah, and if they don't, that's when it becomes our job to make sure that they do that, because our job as citizens, we have a job to uphold as well. And being a citizen of the United States of America, you have to uphold the Constitution. And if they don't, we have to. That's the whole point of the Second Amendment. That's the whole point of being American. And I think that it's very, very brave of you that you stood up there like that and you didn't move. And I commend you, like you and your daughter both. I commend both of you guys so much for that. And that takes a lot of guts to stand up to a tyrant's government. And I always made jokes when people say, how do you feel about martial law? I always say, I kind of don't mind martial law. Like, cause I would trust a soldier over a cop any day. Any day. Like, you're a veteran as well, aren't you?
Yes.
You and your husband both. But I would literally trust a veteran or a soldier. I would trust a man in green before I trust a man in blue any day of the fucking week. Because the men in blue are people who have to listen to the local, like you said, the local government. They have to listen to Gavin Newsom. They have to listen to those people. The military-industrial complex, they listen to just the Constitution. They listen to the rule of the land. And I would feel more safe, to be honest with you, under martial law than I would under police rule here in California.
Yeah, we're a police state, and people don't want to actually admit to that. They want to, oh, this is for your own good. This is for health and safety. Well, it's not. It's for control, and the science backs up my statement. People are being lied to every single day. The sheep are listening to it. The CDC themselves on their website, you can go check. They just took 30,000 people off of their death rate. And people still want to walk around like this, acting like the government is only there to protect them and they would never hurt them. All the while, the government is hurting them and stripping them of their rights. And they just want to just go through life like nothing's happening.
Well, think about it this way. The government has 3 jobs. They're to fix our roads, protect our borders, and arrest criminals. If they can't do any of those things correctly, none of them. So what makes them think that they'll do anything else the right way? And on top of that, I find that a lot of patriots are they are sheep in wolves' clothing, if that makes sense. They seem like they're going to be fighters for us. Like I said, I was standing next to a woman on my left and a woman on my right. When I was arguing at one point with both of them, and they didn't even know each other because they both were telling me to respect the police. When I told them, when they were saying this loudspeaker, you're breaking the coronavirus, whatever, social distancing rules. I was like, where the fuck are your masks? And at that point, both of them started yelling at me. And I was like, what are you even doing here? You guys are literally sheep in wolves' clothing. You know, they're pretending to be patriots, but they didn't want to stand up and do anything. Then why are you in the front? There's plenty of people back there who would love to be up here. And it was incredible. And I think that patriots need to realize that cops are human. CHP, they're human as well. They can make decisions as well. They could be bad. They could be good. They can break the law. They can uphold law. We always will be patriots who support the law enforcement, not the lawbreakers. So if somebody wearing that uniform just so happens to not want to enforce the law, but it's to break the law, then that's not my choice. That's their choice. And I will still always support law enforcement, not lawbreakers. So that, just to be clear, because a lot of people are saying that we were disrespecting law enforcement. No, we were not. We were disrespecting human beings that just happen to be wearing a uniform in our faces.
Exactly. Yeah, it was.
Lastly, how is Dallas?
Huh?
How is Dallas?
What? Oh, she's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. You know, she's trying to catch up on school right now, but I think at the moment she actually, well, not during the arrest, she was freaking out, but afterwards she was laughing about it and like, I got arrested today. And, you know, I was like, okay, sis, like, I never got arrested with my mom before. And she was like, I know, right? And I'm like, yeah. And so we laughed about it, but
I'm just glad she's not like socially like traumatized, you know?
Yeah, as the days have gone on, I've just been like reflecting, and it's like, it's just a really sad state of affairs that our country has found itself in. And if more people don't start to wake up and realize what's happening, it's done for. And it's happened a lot quicker than I think anybody had even thought. Even the patriots who've been in the movement for a long time, they knew it was coming. They weren't blind to it. They knew it was coming. And then all of a sudden, flip of a switch, coronavirus is here, everything shut down, the economy's in the tank, we're screwed. And it's like, oh, this is how they're going to do it. All right, I got you. And people are like, oh, no, it's because, you know, they want to protect our health. They want to protect the elderly. They want to do this. It's like, no, they don't. They just want to control you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that I will say this much about California. I'm shocked because California, I started to lose hope. You hear that feedback? I started to feel like California was just done for. But I will say I'm proud to say I'm watching Californians start to rise up. And it's not as big as we need bigger. We need bigger. More of you. We need more. But this is a lot more than I thought was even existing. So, I mean, I'm very proud of California right now for speaking up and standing up, because now Gavin is pushing things forward. He's starting to open the beaches. Not quite what we want, but he's opening them slowly but surely. And I don't understand why salons are still pushed back to phase 4 and bookstores where people go in to pick up and put things down to get to be open. That's regardless. But he's listening to us. He hears us. He's not listening, but he hears us. And if he thinks that if he gives us this little crumbs that we're going to stop, he has another fucking thing coming.
Well, I hope he has another thing coming. But so many people are celebrating this. Friday is a victory for them. And Friday is not a victory for them. Friday is just another distraction. So they quit fighting the good fight. And until they realize that, it's not ever going to fully open up, because he will just keep throwing them breadcrumbs and keep appeasing them for the moment. And
well, I'm hungry. I don't like crumbs. I want the whole damn meal. So I'm still fight like a motherfucker.
That's what I said. I'm not done with this fight until the entire state is open. Everybody deserves to have their livelihood, their business back. They deserve to be able to put food on the table for their children. They deserve to be able to go get their hair and nails done if that's what they want to do. This is America. People have quit understanding the concept of what that flag means. It's more than just a country. It's an idea, and it's the idea of freedom. Freedom to buy a house whenever you want to, not just when the government can tell you you can, to go get your hair done, your nails done, to go to the mall with your friends, to go have birthday parties, to actually be able to celebrate live. Like, all of these things have been taken away from people, and so many of them are like, you know what, if I have to sit in my house for 3 months to save lives, then I'm going to do it. And it's like, no, with a 0.01% death rate, what in the hell are you fighting for? Nothing. You're just allowing the control to happen. And they fight me on this. Oh, you don't know what? Oh, now you're a medical expert. Now you're a virologist. You know how this happens. And it's like, no, but I have actually listened to the virologists. I've actually went to the websites and looked at the data. Like, you're being lied to by the news, and it's disgusting. You should be
The numbers don't add up.
No, they don't. They don't at all. And they should be embarrassed. But they're just living in their bubble, happy to, you know, be fighting the good fight by staying at home, being prisoners in their house.
If you can give a message to all the patriots right now, what would you say?
Stand the hell up.
Hold on. Go ahead and say that again.
Stand the hell up.
And where are you going to be out this Friday?
What?
Are you going to be out this Friday protesting?
No, there's one tomorrow that I can't go to. And then there's one Saturday that I'm more or less going to be at. So Saturday is back at the Capitol. And I hope people go to it. I know that the militia plans on being there. And that's who I want to stand with. As long as they're not pussies. I've come across a lot of pussy militia people. So that's unfortunate. But who knows if the cops are even going to be there? I know they didn't pull a permit, so is it even on the cops' radar? I don't know. I quite frankly don't care. Neither do they.
Well, I think that they've already put out a big post about it. The flyer looks exactly the same. It's from wehaverights.com. And again, you guys can always go to wehaverights.com if you guys are interested in finding out where the rallies are near you. If you're watching this right now somewhere in California, there's a lot of them happening again this weekend. And make sure you guys go and participate. Or if you're in an area that doesn't have one, create one. Go outside with a freaking piece of paper and a sign if you can. Stand up for your rights. You're American and you have the right to do so. So don't let anybody tell you that you cannot live your motherfucking life. No one. Nobody can tell you that. Nobody. And make sure you go and take a stand this weekend with everybody all across California as we send another message to Gavin Newsom that these crumbs are cute, bitch, but they ain't good enough. They're not good enough. And so.
Yeah, well, I want people to remember that this country was fought for and won by 3% of the entire people that lived here at the time against the British. That's why we have the 3%ers. And we can do it again. We can take our country back again. They are just forgetting the rebellious American spirit. And the rebellious American spirit is what makes us American. We are free and we're supposed to be free and supposed to, you know, be this amazing country. People are breaking down the doors to get into our country from these so-called amazing countries that the left wants to tell us, you know. Then why are they coming here? It's because America is amazing. And let's not forget that. Let's fight for it. It's worth saving. Think of your children. When you were a child, did you have to think about staying inside because of some pandemic that killed 0.01% of the population? Or did you get to go run and play on your bike and be with your friends and have fun and be free? And then think of what you wanted to be when you grew up, because you were told you can be anything you want when you grow up. And guess what? You could have been anything you wanted when you grew up. So why don't you ensure that for your children?
Amen. Well, I want to thank you for your service as a service member and as a veteran and as somebody who's still out there fighting every day for us. Thank you so much. And your drive is amazing. It's infectious, and it definitely always has me like wanting to get up and go. And so I love it. And thank you so much. You're such a good friend to me, and I always will appreciate you. And I love you so much. And so yeah, thanks for coming on.
All right, Chris, bye.
Bye, guys. All right, guys. So that is Jen. I love her so much. Jen is somebody that's really like close to my heart. I appreciate her so much. And like I said, her and her husband are both veterans. They've obviously instilled some very good moralistic values onto their children because her daughter is her mother. Her daughter and her son, like, she can't deny those kids. Like, these kids are just like her. They have heart, they have drive, and they have soul, and they have a love for America like no other. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know. I will be posting that video I showed you guys of the hands being touched on her and stuff like that, and the backpack being opened. I just didn't want to really post it yet and dissect it yet because I wanted to see if she could use it for legal purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and still post that in the comment section of this video. I'm not going to make it an actual video post. So it'll only be in the comment section. So she can still use that. And you guys can also see the proof that we did not go there to disrespect cops. Cops literally came out of the Capitol to disrespect us. And that was their goal. Like she said, when they took her back, they had a whole system set up. They already knew they were going to be taking people. They already knew that they were going to be intimidating us and getting a rise out of us. And they also, I noticed, put the media right behind them, letting the media go and film it all because they wanted to paint a narrative. Gavin Newsom wanted to paint a narrative for California, and some of you patriots fell for it. Do not fall for it, and do not think that we disrespect law enforcement, because we always will support law enforcement. I will never support a lawbreaker, though. So just because they're wearing a uniform doesn't mean they can never be a lawbreaker. So I have loyalty to that blue line as well, but not so deep to where I'm willing to let them take my rights and break the law to do so. So anyways, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And like I said in every video, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.